In this video, I'm going to show you how to prepare to use this Andrew Jones coffee grinder, and pretty much most coffee grinders that are electric, for the first time, right? So I've only just opened this, so I have never used it, as you can see. The first thing to consider is that these products are usually completely sealed, which means it prevents anything from contaminating your food, which is why it's sealed, no airflow. Okay, and what that means is that they have the tendency to overheat because there's no escape for the air inside the device. This is why you have a recommended runtime, as you can see on here. It says RRT of 30 seconds, which means you shouldn't have the device operating for longer than 30 seconds, or you run the risk of overheating the device, causing anything from odors to actually damaging the device itself. If you need to use it longer than 30 seconds, stop the operation before the 30 seconds, let the device rest for 3 minutes or more, and then do it again. But every runtime shouldn't exceed the 30 seconds. So that's the first thing to understand. The second thing to understand is never wash these with water, because you don't want it submerged in water, because you run the risk of electrical damage, right? Now, having said that, the very first time I'm going to use it, because this has come from the factory, I like to use a little bit of kitchen towel that's dipped in hot water. If you want, you can have a little bit of detergent in it. Some people like to use disinfectant wipes, but I don't think that's necessary. So, and I'll just give it a little bit of a once over. Okay, so this is like a hot water dipped kitchen tissue thing, right? As you can see, it's not wet per se, but at least I've wiped any sort of factory stuff off of there, and then I'll dry it with a dry one, right? So what that does is takes away any sort of factory residue, right? I don't want to be drinking that in my coffee. Now, another thing that people like to do, which also works once you've started using the machine, is to grind a tiny bit of rice in the device. And what that does is it goes around and cleans anything else in there. If you've already used it for coffee, it actually helps you clean the coffee from underneath the blades and stuff, and then you can just pour that out and then wipe it again with a tissue or a kitchen cloth. You can dust it a little bit with this as well, so you can get in the nooks and crannies, and then you're ready to use the device again.